Anne, how are you doing? It's been a little while since we featured you.
Yeah, I'm doing well, and I can attest it is a fun and um, low investment of prep time thing to participate as a panelist. So I encourage everybody to do it if they haven't before. Always appreciate the opportunity.
Well, I think Fredrikson is the best kept secret in life sciences, and I love it because it's in Minneapolis, which is my home base, and we have an international crowd here. But you have international reach, and
We do.
tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about
yeah,
Fredrikson, your role there.
yeah, you bet. Thanks, Christian. So yeah, I'm with the Fredrikson and Byron law firm, or Fred Law, as we are sometimes known as. We're about 400 attorneys headquartered in the upper Midwest and founded here in Minnesota's Medical Alley. But we do have global reach. We've got people on the ground in Mexico and China, clients all over the US and world, and really lucky to have been able to follow our client base with the emergence of the med device industry here in the 60s and beyond, and the expansion of really great biotech, pharma, health IT, and healthcare providers who are also based here in the upper Midwest. So I'm part of our cross functional med device life science health IT group. My personal focus is really on the patent and tech licensing, development, those sorts of relationships. Also spend a fair amount of time with emerging companies, often inventor founded entities rolling out of a healthcare provider or an educational institution. And lately, spending a lot of my time with people continuing to explore alternative strategies for financing or acquisition, whether that's sort of the build buy, where somebody's doing an acquisition option or an option to license, or even what I'll call kind of an option to get to product. So, joint development that's going to enable somebody who's interested in something being produced so they can use it themselves. So they're helping with the development either through financing or what I'm seeing more of lately, access to data, for instance. So those sort of alternative strategies beyond the really traditional, here's a check, we're just going to make an investment in you.
Well, and so Frederickson is, I think, best known as being maybe attached to Medtronic. And when we talk about the type of deal flow you've seen over the
Mm-hmm.
last couple decades, maybe no one's seen more
Mm-hmm.
from an M&A standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening in the market right now from your perspective? I know it's
Yeah.
device focused, which is
Yeah.
great.
I will say that, yeah, to really have been lucky to have a long-term relationship with Medtronic, 50 plus years. Also, lots of private equity work. We're ranked 11th or 12th in the country in PitchBook, and that's another one, maybe one of the sort of the best kept secrets about us. So working a lot also with private equity funds who are in probably more on the health IT side than pure med device tech, but we continue to see strong deal flow, although I will say more pressure on the straight M&A activity out of med device right now. I think just more um, need to see returns that are more assured, more likelihood of success with those ventures than maybe a few years ago. Maybe not as much competition for deals as early in the stages as we were seeing a couple of years ago. But still a lot of money out there with people needing to do things. And again, in my world, still a need for people to be able to approach the R&D of side of things a little differently. Again, through those sort of alternative build buy transactions, et cetera. But we're strong on this year. The year started strong, and we think that's going to continue from our slice of it.
Well, Anne, thanks so much for supporting the bullpen, being available to our members, helping out. Frederickson really gets it. And there are a couple of great law firms attached. We don't play favorites. We have law firms that may compete or collaborate. We have bankers, investors that do the same. So our role here is to help each other. And and with that, do you have an ask for this group? Is
You
there
know,
anyone?
I do, because I really one of the benefits of organizations like Bullpen are learning from people's positive and negative experiences, right? So I'll go back again to those alternative financing kinds of transactions, the build buy, the options, the joint, even just pure joint development. And I really see challenge with people doing those in a way that maintain flexibility to follow the science, the research and the product, but still have the right parameters to protect both the investor slash buyer and target. And anybody who's had great experience on sort of creative ways to do that, I'd love to hear about it, or bad experience that I can learn from as well. So just sharing stories.
Awesome.